So after years of anticipation and multiple delays, we have finally gotten Godzilla vs. Kong, and yes, I was on Team Kong. So I went into this movie ridiculously excited. This has been on my most anticipated movies list in 2019. It was on my most anticipated movie list for 2020 and then 2021. And honestly, I thought it was going to be pushed back again. I actually didn't even know when we were going to get this because it's been pushed back so many times. I kind of thinking, okay, we'll get it when we get it, but we have finally got it. I've been really hyped. Not only like in the past 3 weeks when I actually started rewatching all these movies, but when the first trailer dropped, which felt like it was like 10 years waiting for this trailer to drop. I felt like we were hearing about this movie and we just never got anything. We get like a 2 second clip over the past 2 years. Finally got that trailer, and the trailer, honestly, I was so excited. And then after that, going into this movie, I was excited but also slightly nervous in the fact that I love these two movies here, but then when I rewatched this movie over here, that movie's complete crap, and I thought this movie, I was going into it just slightly nervous for them not knowing really what to do. But after this movie, I loved it. This is my second favourite movie of the year, which isn't really saying much at the moment because I've seen 11. So, number one is Justice League, then we got Godzilla versus Kong, but this movie is like easily, I'd say, within this movie, it has the best fight scenes in the entirety of this franchise. It's got multiple fight scenes between Kong and Godzilla. It's not like the way it is with Godzilla 2014 when you get one big massive fight with Godzilla at the end and you get small snippets. You actually do get, I think it's probably 3 rounds you get in between the two of them. Kong is just fantastic in this movie. Kong actually feels like an actual character, like an actual persona of a person in this movie. Where in Kong Skull Island, he's more just of the big monster. In this movie, he feels like an actual character. He feels like he's part of the group. And honestly, even though it's called Godzilla versus Kong, I feel like this is way more of a Kong movie than a group movie. And like, since I was Team Kong, I didn't mind that whatsoever. Godzilla as well, honestly, both Godzilla and Kong both look phenomenal. They look, honestly, they look amazing. I think Godzilla in this movie, we get a lot more close-up shots of him. We can get a lot more of his face, and I feel like Godzilla in this movie looks the best he has ever looked. Now he's actually looks, to me, he looks smaller in this movie, but just by the look of him, he looked, honestly, Godzilla looked absolutely fantastic in this movie. Same with Kong. Kong kind of got like a beard now. You see emotion in his face. Honestly, I couldn't get over how amazing these two massive monsters who are CGI. They looked, honestly, amazing how much good they looked. One of the complaints that everyone really has about these movies, this movie in particular, is the human characters. And I feel with this movie, the human characters didn't really annoy me. I actually kind of found their storyline, but one of them, there's two like very distinctly different storylines. I found one of them more the Kong human storyline. I actually found that to be really interesting. I was intrigued to see where their story was going, which honestly I was kind of surprised by. I was kind of going into this movie expecting the human character storylines just to be just there and not really care about them, but that storyline I actually found pretty intriguing. Now the Godzilla storyline with the human characters, of course, stars Millie Bobby Brown, and just like with King of the Monsters, she really does not need to be there. There's no purpose for her character being there. Her group, now, the group that she was with is a fun group. I had fun watching them. I thought they had a good bit of banter going back before and forth between them all. But honestly, her character, her group don't need to be there. They don't really serve much of a purpose there. They have one thing that they do, but they don't really need to be there. They can rewrite that slightly and completely take them out. Just like with Godzilla King of the Monsters, I feel like the only reason Millie Bobby Brown is there is because she is Millie Bobby Brown and she's going to get people in to watch the movie. Other than that, her character, her group don't really serve a purpose whatsoever within this movie. This is the shortest out of all four of these movies within this franchise now, and it's safe to say I was never bored throughout this movie. I was always amazed. I was always enjoying myself just watching these big monsters, these characters. Honestly, I never got to the point where I kind of wanted to see how long was left, what's happening now. Oh my god, I did go toilet, but I never was like, oh my god, I should go toilet just to get out of here, like out of boredom, which I did with Tenant when I saw that in cinema. I feel like this movie is easily probably one of the best. I don't know where I'm going to rank it yet. Our ranking is coming of these four movies, but I don't know really where I'm going to place it amongst all these movies. As I said, the action scenes, I feel like the action scene, the final one anyways, in this movie is easily the best in the entirety of the franchise. And the main reason being is because if you watch, say, Godzilla, King of the Monsters, or King Kong, you're kind of rooting for one of them. You don't really care what happens to the other one. You just want to see them die. But in this fight scene, it's Godzilla versus Kong, and you like them both. You don't want to see either of them die, so you're rooting for both of them. I feel like just having that had so much more emotion during the fight scene, which is mad because they're just two big monsters. I'm really excited for this movie to come out on physical media. I'm going to be picking this movie up on 4K on day one because I'm really excited to watch this in 4K. Just like with Kong Skull Island, this movie's got so many beautiful shots, so many stunning images on screen. I feel like it demands to be watching 4K. I would love it to see this in the big screen. If you can see this in the big screen, definitely go see it on the big screen. I imagine when cinemas reopen here in Ireland, they're going to be playing some of these movies like Kong. They're probably going to be playing Tom and Jerry. All these movies that have come out on HBO Max as well as in America. They will be playing it in cinemas here. I'd be kind of surprised if they didn't. So it will be, of course, seeing this in cinema when it does come out here in Ireland. Complaint wise, I just, as I said, didn't like Millie Bobby Brown's kind of character group. The whole kind of storyline, didn't really enjoy that as well. For some reason, this is a major nitpick now. But this movie does take place, I'm assuming, 2 years after Godzilla King of the Monsters. And the technology from this movie, or from King of the Monsters to this movie, is just vastly different. It's like 50 years in the technology difference, and it just really was odd. And I just, that's just a small nitpick, but I thought the technology growth was just really, really weird. But honestly, if you can see this in the big screen, definitely go see it in the big screen. I really, really enjoy it. I'm really excited to rewatch it, and I'm going to pick it up day one on physical media. And if you want to see my updated ranking of all four of these movies, make sure you click that subscribe button. It'll be dropping at some point next week. So if you want to hear my updated ranking, click that subscribe button. And as always, thanks for watching.